In today's video, I'll give you 3 ways for you to invest and start profiting from cryptocurrencies. Hello guys, welcome to a new video. It's been hard for me to come up in the front of the camera and record videos for you, even though I have very valuable information to share with you. It's not in my nature. I'm not really used to talking to the camera, so it's very frustrating when I come up in the front of a camera and I stumble on my words. I can find my words just like that. So in order to bring these videos much quicker to you, I decided to stop trying to be so perfect in front of the camera and just be myself. And if I stutter, if I cannot find my words, that's fine. I hope you'll still find value from the videos I'm creating, and with time the videos will be better and better. But right now I really want to share all these things with you, and if I focus too much on how perfect I am in the front of the camera, I won't be able to do so. And now I want to get to the 3 investment strategies that I promised you at the beginning, to see which one is best for you and how you can invest stress-free without having to look at these charts, without having to always have pressure of the Bitcoin price, if it's high, if it's low. This wouldn't matter to you if you follow these strategies that I'm going to share with you. The first strategy is called lump sum investment, and that means you'll have an amount of money right now, let's say $1,000, and you decide to invest all that amount into Bitcoin and just invest and forget about it. Let's see what happened if you invested like that 1 year ago. I actually started doing this calculation on my Instagram page, so if you like, you can follow me and see these calculations every day. So if you invested any amount 1 year ago, you'll now have over 28% in profits. And by the way, all these investment strategies that I'm sharing with you right now, they are for long term. You'll benefit more because of them on the long term. And by that, looking back at the charts, I'm thinking this. Look at the stock to flow ratio. 2 to 3, 4, 5 years, maybe more. So I'm not going to share with you strategies that will make you rich overnight or in the next 1 month or 2, but I'm sharing you strategies to benefit from investing into Bitcoin, and maybe why not get rich, but in the next few years. The benefit of a lump sum investment is that if the price is in a good trend, you just invest and the price will go up, you'll benefit from the all price movement. The downside is that if after you make your investment, if the price goes down, then it could be stressful for you to wait all that period for the price to get back up and then go even up for you to benefit from this investment. So if you have a good understanding of the market and of Bitcoin and you are able to buy at a low price, if you buy low, you'll benefit most from this kind of investment. You'll buy low, the price will go up, you'll benefit most. But if you are not so experienced and you don't know when to buy low, and instead you'll buy high, like in the 2017 at the top where it was $20,000, then a lump sum investment won't be the best case in that situation, because you'll benefit the least out of it. So if I'll go back to a chart, let me zoom in a bit. So if you invested here in December 2013, when the Bitcoin price was on $1,000, you'll be at a profit now, but you will be at a loss for 4 years. So you invested at the worst time in 2013, but now in 2020 it doesn't matter that much, because the price of Bitcoin, it's already 10 times bigger than that. That's why I share with you these long-term strategies. So a lump sum investment in 2013 would have been a good choice over the long run, but on the short term you should have held that Bitcoin for 4 years until you went back to even. But if you invest money that you can afford to lose and you are not so sad about losing those money, it shouldn't matter anyway, right? If you are at a loss for 4 years and then you multiply your money 10 times afterwards, so it shouldn't matter that much, right? The same case for 2017. If you bought here when it was almost $2,000, you are at a loss right now. But looking at these price predictions, Would it really matter that you are at a loss right now if you invested the money that you can afford to lose, and the price can go up 5 times in the next 2, 3, 5 years? I think it's worth it to keep holding on those coins and even buy more now, right? Okay, so this is the lump sum investment. Let's move forward to the dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging, it means you'll split your initial investment into smaller chunks and invest them on a schedule. For example, you can split an $1,000 investment into 10 $100 investments and invest that $100 every month for 10 months. That means you're dollar cost averaging. And during this period, you'll buy at whatever the price of Bitcoin is. So if the price goes higher, you'll just buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. If the price goes lower, you'll just buy $100 worth of Bitcoin at a lower price. And during those 10 months, you'll have a nice average price of your investment. You can freely choose the amount you want to invest and the time frame is best suited for you. So it can be daily, it can be weekly, it can be bi-weekly, it can be monthly, as long as it's clear for you what amount and what schedule you are going to follow until you reach your investment amount. In this case, like I said, $1,000. But what's really nice about this strategy is that you don't really care about the price of Bitcoin going up or down. The price of Bitcoin can go up, can go down during this time frame, but it doesn't matter because you'll just buy at the schedule you set for yourself. And like I said, at the end you invested $1,000 at a very nice average price of your smaller investments. This is a very nice strategy to invest because it's stress-free. You don't have to look at the charts all day. You don't care about the price, if it's up, if it's down. You don't have to look at news every day. The main benefit of the dollar cost averaging is that it reduces the risk of being at a loss after you make an investment. Like I said, for the lump sum investment, if you make an investment on the uptrend, it's very nice. But if the price goes down afterwards, you'll be at a loss immediately. But with dollar cost averaging, if you invested just a small amount first time and the price goes down, and then you'll buy again at that smaller price, and then price shoots back up, you'll buy again, and every month or whatever schedule you decided to, you'll just adjust your investment based on that price movement. So this way you don't have to have all the money at once. You don't have to have $1,000 to invest right away. You can invest smaller amounts every month, every week, depending on how you can afford and what amount you can afford. And it gives you more time to learn about Bitcoin, to learn about blockchain, to learn about the crypto space. And you can build more confidence into this investment compared to just putting all your money that you afford to invest into cryptocurrencies one time and wait for it to be profitable. This way it gives you more time and reduces the stress, actually. It reduces the stress of putting that amount of money right away into an investment. Of course, you don't know if the price is right, but with dollar cost averaging, that risk is lower. Also reduces the noise around you. If you follow the schedule, it doesn't matter where the price is at. You just follow the schedule and it reduces your emotional stress overall. Of course, there's a downside to this strategy as well. If the price goes up since you're starting your dollar cost averaging, then you'll miss on the total profit, because it would have been better to just invest one lump sum at the beginning. The price goes up, you'll benefit most. But that's the price you'll have to pay when you choose this less riskier approach. The price will go up and you'll still buy at higher amounts every time. Actually, if I go back to Instagram, this is the other column of my picture here, is that if you invested $1 a day for a year, in the past year, the profit will be less. Nonetheless, you'll still be profitable. And you can see this is the case for today. But if I go back in the past, these percents differ. Sometimes they are lower, sometimes they are bigger. But you don't really know unless you are really good at predicting the market and you really know when there is a low price to invest at, and unless you are a guru in trading and you really know the markets and you're able to predict the bottom of Bitcoin, the bottom of the price of Bitcoin, then maybe it will be very hard for you to predict this low and make the right investment. That's why I'm giving you the strategies that removes the need for you to understand these charts, to understand the price action, on all those things that require you to buy low and sell high. With the strategies that I'm presenting you, I'm giving you a stress-free way of investment that doesn't only apply to Bitcoin, but to other investments as well. So I want to give you an easy way to start investing into Bitcoin without stressing too much over the price or how your investments are doing. Let me show you what I mean on the chart. Let's say you started investing into Bitcoin with dollar cost averaging at the peak in December 2017, when it was almost $20,000 per Bitcoin, and then you decided to invest for 1 year until December 2018, and you'll be investing every week. Instead of making all the investment at $20,000, if you invested this whole year, your average price would be around $8,400, which means that even if you decided to dollar cost average at the worst possible time, you would still be profitable today, because the price of Bitcoin is over 9,000 today, and your average investment was at around $8,400, which makes you profitable today. But if you started dollar cost averaging at the bottom in 2018, then you will still be profitable today, but in that situation, it would have been better to invest with a lump sum investment. But how do you know this is the bottom? How experienced are you in investing and in Bitcoin to know this is the lowest price it can get, and starting from here, you'll have the best profits? Unless you have a time machine, there's no way of knowing that. Let me introduce you to this site, dcabtc.com, that I discovered while preparing this video, which is very nice to test your DCA, your dollar cost averaging strategy in the past years. So all these charts, all this information that I give you doesn't really guarantee the future. We cannot predict the future, but it gives us a nice overview of how the price behaved in the past. So even though you can make these strategies here, it doesn't really guarantee the price of Bitcoin in the future. But let's say we wanted to invest $10 weekly in the past 9 years. Of course, we'd have been rich by now. We'll have over $1 million. But what is important here is to look at the percentage change, because this total money invested, it depends really on you, on how much you can invest. You can invest $1 per week, and you can change, of course, the schedule to do it daily, every 2 weeks, monthly. And you can see that monthly is usually the lowest return. Nonetheless, it's profitable, but if you really want to see the biggest profits, you look at daily, and daily, it's I think it's too stressful to invest daily. That's why I usually choose to go weekly. So if you invested weekly for the past year, started 1 year ago, you can see that we already have over 10% return on a $1 investment every week. And we can actually compare it to how the stock market behaved in the past year, and also gold. Gold and Bitcoin investment in the past year are kind of equal, and you can see the stock market didn't do so well. Well, mostly based on the recent crash. But let's go far back in the past for the last 3 years, and you can see more benefits here if you actually decided 1, 2, 3 years ago to just dollar cost average in your investment into Bitcoin, and you would have these great returns. And you can play around with these settings here. Lastly, I want to talk to you about continuously investing. It's a great habit to have, to put aside 10% of your income, no matter what income you have. Put aside 10% and invest it. And I say to invest it because over time, that money loses value. That's why it's important not to save money, but to invest it. And it doesn't matter if it's real estate, if it's gold, if it's collectibles, it doesn't matter, as long as it's generating profits. And a small amount of these investments can be in cryptocurrency. Again, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And when you create this habit of investing 10% of your income every month, then you'll have money for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency every month to invest. Even if this amount is $1 per month for Bitcoin, you should invest that. And on this channel, I have videos exactly on how you can do that. This way, you apply the dollar cost averaging strategies, but to a longer term without a target allocation in mind. You'll just invest continuously, monthly, $1, $10, $100, whatever you can afford. And you are always exposed at an average price of Bitcoin. Never at the top, never at the bottom, but that means that you don't have to stress about the price of Bitcoin being too high or being too low, when is the lowest price that you can get in. You don't care about all the noise that is around the Bitcoin price. And this is a big advantage. Investing shouldn't be stressful, and while it reduces the stress of the investment, you don't have to have a lot of money to invest. You can invest whatever money you can afford. You saw here, if you invested $1 per week, let's say in the past 5 years, that would have been 869% profit for that investment. Just $1 per week. You can actually apply this strategy on Coinbase and they will do it automatically for you. Just fund the account and they will invest weekly for you, or daily, or whatever schedule you set for yourself. Unfortunately, the fees are too high for my liking, so I choose to do this action manually. But if these fees don't bother you, you can go there and try it out. Unfortunately, this is the only site that I know does this, but I'm looking for alternatives, and if I'll find any, I'll let you know. That's why you'll want to subscribe to this channel and click that notify button to be sure that you'll get notified right away. In conclusion, if you fear the price of Bitcoin is too high right now, just dollar cost average. Split your investment amount into smaller chunks and buy on your schedule. But if you are confident that the price of Bitcoin will go up in the future anyway, and you want exposure to Bitcoin right away, just do a lump sum investment. This might be a good option for you. I prefer continuously investing into Bitcoin because it gives me time to learn more about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrencies, about the blockchain, and also it blocks the noise around the price going up, going down, and that can be stressful. And in order to reduce that stress regarding all this price volatility of this price movement, I just choose to invest on a schedule no matter what the price is. If you enjoyed this video, it will help me greatly if you click that like button and also subscribe so you get notified every week or every time I post a new video. This also keeps me going to record these videos and share all this information with you, so I greatly appreciate when you do that. And let me know in the comments below what kind of investment do you think is best for you. And if you have any questions, I read all of them and I answer to all of them, so don't be shy. Post a question in the comments below and I'll happily answer it. I hope you'll share these videos with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.